What's up guys, Bryce here, and we're back at it again for another video, and this is round 2 of the North American Racing League, and we are at Watkins Glen. Before I start this video, just like to say I do have a little bit of a cold, so I'm trying to do my best here to commentate over this, and also due to just me forgetting to do stuff, trading paints is not on for like the first half of the race, so all the liveries aren't gonna be looking good. But anyway, going into the race, I was actually feeling pretty anxious and eager just to do well, because as most of you know, what happened in Monza last week. If you haven't seen that, you know, it's a pretty short video, but I try to keep these videos short for highlights. But yeah, I didn't do so well. I had a DNF, so I was just pretty eager to just do well and just have a comeback drive. And I'm always never satisfied. Even if I were to do, you know, top 5, I still would have been like, that was a pretty sucky race. But I did qualify in about I qualified P12. Lap time was about 8/10 off of my personal best, so it wasn't too good. Again, the start was pretty clean. You can see there we maybe passed 1 or 2 people, almost crashing this car out. I almost made a mistake there by just braking a little bit too late, and now we have this car on the inside. A little bit of contact there, nothing too crazy going up. Again, I was just trying to make it through lap 1. I really just wanted to have a good result, and that was just the main goal of the race. I'm in around P10 right now, so I just wanted to have a good race, and I did make a few mistakes in this race, as that is kind of bound to happen when you're pushing the limits, and I'm still always working and trying to improve to be more consistent. Qualifying could have went better, but it didn't go to plan. I was pretty frustrated about that, so at this point I'm just trying to kind of just focus more on the race and just forget about qualifying, because I could have done way better, but I just didn't. So that's just the reality of it. So now I need to do my best in this race. We're sitting pretty nicely. I think this is P10. I don't have any of the UI, because if you can't tell already, this is a replay. I might record live, I'm not sure. Braking super late there for this corner. My goal is just hit the apex. As you can see there, I hit that super nicely, and this gave us a good run going up the hill here. And I am rocking the Evolution Racing livery. This one is by Tam Livery, and this is the one that I'm going to be using for this season. He makes amazing liveries. And now we are on the back straight here. I personally think that passing around the outside, which will then become the inside, is the way to go. Tires are still a little bit cold, but we didn't want to make any crazy moves here. We are in P10. You can see at the top of the windscreen there. Didn't make any crazy risks there. Again, it's a 50-minute race, and it is only about minute, I don't even think it's minute 5, maybe 2 minutes into the race. So, you know, you really have to try to stay with the pack and just get a groove before you try to do anything crazy. And this is maybe 10 minutes into the race, and we're still behind this Ferrari. I haven't been able to close that gap like crazy yet. Again, it's a super long race, so you kind of can get away with just hanging out and just waiting for opportunities to happen. And, you know, you can always create your own opportunities by trying to apply pressure and things like that. But a lot of these guys are really fast. There's a pro and an AM division in this league, so I'm in the pro division. You can see here, I lost the rear there, and I got super lucky. I was going to that corner, just touched the grass just a slight bit, and I lost the rear. And due to this, I lost 2 places, and this pushed me pretty far behind. So now we have to do a comeback and at least try to get these 2 places back. This is about 14 minutes into the race when that happens. And, you know, I just have to move past that and try to not go on the grass. I saw a lot of drivers actually using the grass, but I just got super unlucky. Just tried to push it a little bit too far, as I ended up doing. Now we're chasing down the 277 car. We're going to move to the inside, maybe, do I? No, I don't have a look down the inside. Braking at the 300, he gets super loose there and just absolutely just fights the car through that whole corner. No idea how he kept it on the track. And we're trying to get a late apex here. Late apexes are probably my favorite thing to do. Just trying to get to better exits, and it doesn't work so well as it does in open wheel cars and faster cars, just because the GT3 cars are so heavy. But you can see there that he's just fighting the car all over the place, so I'm trying my best to stay with him. Braking at the 200-meter board, again, just trying to get a later line than he does, but going up the hill, he does pull away just a little bit, and the momentum has already shifted not towards me because I already had that mistake. Momentum is super key. Once you kind of screw up, it does take a few laps to kind of build that momentum back. Braking super late, he missed the apex there, and beginning of the next lap, we are super close to him, right on his tail, and we move to the inside, and he leaves the door wide open, so we're gonna go down the inside, and we get the move done, taking as much curb as we can, trying to leave as much room as we can, and this moves us up into 13th place. So we lost a few positions there, so already in my mind I'm kind of already thinking like, you know, damn, this is not good. I want to at least be able to finish above where I qualified. Training paint is now on, so that's good. We can see all the nice, beautiful liveries from the other drivers. There's about 43 cars on this grid, by the way, so crazy packed grid. This is when I go into the pits. We are in P13, like I said, and we almost passed this guy going to the pits, braking super late, and we almost get the overtake done. I think we're about side by side here, and we are in the pit lane here. I can't see where he is. We're just focusing on the pit box for now, and if you know iRacing, you go through cars, so I wasn't too worried about where he was. And there we go. We see our pit man. We go into the pits. We line up pretty decent. Go a little bit past the lollipop there, and then this is just fuel in this race, so we're just refueling, and then we were able to get out the pits. He does get out in front of me. That purple, I think it's really nice livery, the blue and purple car gets out in front of me. Just was able to get a faster pit stop, even though the entry for us was a lot better. And then now we are heading up the hill here, and for the most, we're about 25 minutes in, so halfway through the race, and for the rest of the half of this race, I was stuck behind these two cars in front of me. And you will see on this lap here, we have about 10 minutes left in the race, sitting in about P10, I believe, maybe P11. And here, we had a bit of an incident here, avoided the first car, but then we go straight into the 277 car, and that gave us a bit of damage. And this was super lucky that I didn't get anything worse than this, and Jesus Christ, I was pretty happy that I didn't, you know, end up losing the car there in P12. And here it is, the last lap of the race. We end up finishing in P9, so I was not too disappointed by that. Started P12, had quite a few mistakes actually, and ended up finishing P9. And my teammate finished in P16, so it was not too bad at all. Moving up the ranks here, trying to, you know, do as best as I can. A lot of the pressure is kind of released just because now I actually have, you know, not a terrible result. At least I finished in the top 10, considering there's 43 drivers, so I did the best I could, and that's all that matters. I felt like I gave my everything, and some things just not in your control. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you want these videos to be longer, I might make them longer, but I kind of like keeping them short and simple, so you just kind of get a recap of what happened. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.